Things are going okay as we move into the second half of the season here at Athletico Bilbao. And things have gone slightly better than I imagined that they would be. And we are doing fairly well for a squad that is very small now. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Athletico Bilbao and to part 5 of this 9-part mini-series as manager of Bilbao. And this is not an easy save, but as I mentioned in the intro, things are going slightly better than I thought they might be, and as a squad has got much smaller over this last season and a half, we are still performing very, very well on the pitch, and we have had many highs and many lows and one dreadful month, but we've come through it. And the best news at the moment is that we are pretty much injury free. We've had a horrific start to the season where injuries were coming thick and fast, but at the moment we are injury free and we are still in all competitions, and we're still in the Champions League, we are still in the Spanish Cup, we have already won the Spanish Super Cup, and we are 4th in La Liga, 41 points from 20 games, and Barcelona are top, 4 points ahead of us on the same amount of games. It has not been easy this season. The squad has got very small. We only have around about 16 or 17 first team players, and the rest is made up by young kids who are trying desperately to learn their trade quickly. But we have maintained a good presence in La Liga, and as I said, we are in 4th place. And in terms of what's happened on the pitch, it has been an up and down kind of season, but there have been some noteworthy gains. Of the board, there is still no money left, and so there has been no movement at all in the January transfer window. Our scouts are starting to find players, fairly decent players who we could bring into the team, but we have absolutely no money. The board will not give us a cent, and we are really struggling to bring players in. We just have 59,000 in the transfer budget, and we have probably a guess about probably about 10,000 in the wage budget. There's nothing to play with, and so the squad just gets smaller and smaller. And you can see at the top here we've got a fairly decent 15 or 16 players, but then we have all these young kids making up the rest of the squad. It's very, very difficult to maintain any momentum here. But I mean, one of the big problems has been when we are playing in the Champions League. But we did manage to win our Champions League group, and we won it only having lost one game to Leipzig, and we won it by 2 points from Leipzig, and so we are still in the Champions League, a competition I would not rather be in. I just want to be focused on the league at this moment, and we are still in the Spanish Cup. We are in the quarter-final of the Spanish Cup, which we are about to play against Valencia, and I don't really want to be in that competition either. It's something that I can do without, and so it may be that I decide, and I'm not sure yet, to rotate the team big time, give these young kids a run out, and let's see what they can do, because I really don't want to be in the Spanish Cup. It's something we can do without. With this small squad, we just need to be focused on one competition. We do have to play Bayern in the Champions League knockout, first round knockout, and I don't see us getting much out of that. So hopefully at the end of this little session, February and March, then we can just focus on the Spanish La Liga and finishing as high as we possibly can. I would like to qualify for the Champions League again next year. I don't know if the board are going to give me a budget. We are finding players now we can bring in, and it would be nice if the board would do something nice for us. They are obviously very pleased with how things are going, but they're still very disappointed that we're not very good at set pieces, and that we're not signing players under the age of 23 for the first team. Well, the problem is I can't sign anybody at the moment. I just don't have any money even to sign the cheapest under 23s. And so, yeah, you can be as disappointed as you like. And as long as we are doing well in the Spanish La Liga, I guess they will say that I can keep my job. They are delighted that we are developing players under the club's youth system. We have no choice. So I think it's now time to go and play in the Spanish Cup against Valencia. And so we have decided to make a few changes, in fact quite a few changes to the starting lineup. We still have Simon in goal, but Leku, Yere, Martinez and Berenger will come in at left back. Cordoba gets a rare appearance on the wing. Vencoda and Sanchez in midfield with Munion on the left wing. And Marcos and Vilabra will start up front. It's a very, very, very inexperienced squad, and it's time for us to see if this squad is capable of beating the likes of Valencia. We've had the better of our exchanges with Valencia over the last few games, but with these changes I think that Valencia will probably beat us, and I won't be too unhappy about that, because this is a competition that I really don't want to be in. It's an extra game all the time that we don't actually need, and the game has begun and nothing really has happened in the first few minutes. Valencia have had the better of the exchanges, they've dominated possession and they are dominating the game. But we are being resolute, we're holding on, and it's only going to take one counter-attack and maybe we can steal the game, but it's not looking that way at the moment, although we've started to get a little bit more possession. But Valencia have a free kick and there is a chance, and has it gone in? It's cleared away and we have managed to survive. And so it remains 0-0 and we've got to remain optimistic. I don't feel very optimistic, and I think I'm going to tell them to stay on their feet. We're giving away far too many free kicks, so I think we'll go and tell them, let's stay on our feet, boys, let's not give them chances. And a good collect by Simon. Now, can we build something here? Do we have a highlight ourselves? Or is he going to punt it long and we're going to lose possession? And he does punt it long, but Munion has picked it up in acres of space. Can he get a cross in? That's a lovely ball. And here is Vilabra. Vilabra tries one from distance and we've gone ahead. Much against the run of play, but we are ahead. It is Valencia 0, Bilbao 1, and this is not a game that I wanted to win. It's a game that I was prepared to sacrifice, but the young kids have come in, and that was a smashing strike from Vilabra from 25 yards. He just drilled it into the top corner, and we are a goal ahead, and it is 1-0, and I can't believe what I'm actually seeing. And we do have a throw now, and it is Berenger. He looks for Sanchez for Munion, but he's dispossessed, and the ball is played forward, and here come Valencia, and they're looking to break down the right, but he's held up, and there is a long-range effort, and my word, that was so close. But we have survived again, and there's 10 minutes to go to half-time. Can we just hold on to half-time? I'll be very pleased with this. We've only had one shot, and it was on target, and right, you can see the XG, but we are ahead, and let's go out there and show everybody that that we have the ability, that you young kids have got the ability to do this. Although Leiku, who's not a young kid, he's slightly nervous. We'll have to keep an eye on him. I don't want to have nervous players out there. And it is another free kick for Valencia, and it's drilled into the box and it's headed over the bar. And so far we are surviving. They are dominating us in all aspects of play, but we are surviving. And I can't ask for more than that from this young team. And here come Valencia, though. They're not finished. And there's a chance, and he's drilled it into the corner. It is 1-1, and that could be where the game turns. And I'm going to make some changes, I think, and bring on some of the big guns, Raul Garcia possibly, and maybe we'll see if we strengthen up in midfield a little bit. We'll take them by surprise, and hopefully we can still win this game. But I won't be too unhappy if we actually lose this game. Let's make some changes. And so we have made a couple of changes, and we've brought on Nico Williams on the right wing. We've brought on Inaki Williams up front to see if he can do something, and hopefully we will get something out of this game as another set piece. And there's a save, brilliant save, another set piece for Valencia. We are having problems from set pieces, but there is a free kick. He may have been offside. It still remains 1-1. I still think we could get something out of this game. And here we come. We do have a highlight. Here is Venkeda going forward, but he's dispossessed. And that was not good play by Venkeda, as Valencia are looking to break down, this time down the left. And here, can he get a cross in? He looks for a long raking ball across the field, and that finds its target, and they are very dangerous down the right. And there's a chance, and Valencia have gone ahead, and we are behind. It's Valencia 2, Bilbao 1, and I think what we'll do is we'll go with more positive now. We will try and take the game a little bit more to them. We started very negatively. We're going to just maybe attack them a little bit more. We've got nothing to lose now. I can't see that we can get anything out of this game, but why not attack them? I believe in this team, but I did take a big chance, and I think I've been punished for that. As we come into the end of the game, it's going to remain, I think, Valencia 2, Bilbao 1, and that could be end of the match. And it is full time, and we are out of the cup, and that is a shame. But as I said, I'm not too unhappy, and I've just told them that I am very proud of their efforts. There's no way that we should have got anywhere near Valencia, but they did very well, and I'm not too unhappy, and I'm happy that we are out of the cup, because that could give us a bit of breathing space now as we go into the back end of the season. We have a very tough run in. I think that Bayern Munich will be the end of the Champions League as well, and so that will mean that we can just focus on the La Liga and trying to get into the top 4 again in the La Liga. And that's it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it and you're new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help us to grow, help us to support that very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling about up there. And it is, I would say, a not too unhappy Spanish camp here at Bilbao. We are doing very well for the quality and number of players we have in our squad, and I hope that we can continue that form into the second half and the run-in at the end of the season. And so all that remains to be said now is we will see you in the next episode.